2025 came to an end, and now we are in 2026, and I wanted to start a tradition on this channel, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do yet, but so I'm a little bit late. I wanted to do this before the year actually ended, but here I am. So this is the very first annual Out of the Hat Gaming Awards of the games that I had played in the year of 2025. I'm gonna start a tradition by doing this at the end, like the end of December. I'll have it uploaded and done before the new year. I'm gonna start doing this as a tradition every year and see how it goes, see if you guys like this or not. So this year, listen, 2025 wasn't very great for me. Truthfully, I only played 6 games that were not GTA Online. I mean, yes, there are other uploads, but those were games that I had played like years and years ago, like that I had uploaded on Facebook from PlayStation 4. So a lot of those clips and a lot of those, even the shorts, not the GTA stuff, but the shorts of just random games and stuff that you've seen pop up on my channel this year were games that I had years ago. Like I literally have stockpiles of shorts that I'm just releasing, you know, sporadically throughout the years or whatever. So there's only 6 different games that I played for the year 2025 that were not GTA related. Yeah, it's because it's been a bit of a rough year for me, for my family, but hopefully 2026 will be better. So I'm not gonna get into all that right now. So I do think that's crazy because 2024 I played 13 different games, and 2 of them were actually trilogies. So if you count, there's actually 17 if you count the 2 extra games that I played, because I played the Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy and I did the the Tomb Raider trilogy back in 2024. So literally I played like 17 different games, you know. So like I said, 2025, not a big year for gaming for me, you know what I mean? So there's just a lot going on in my personal life, my family. So my New Year's resolution for this channel is to simply achieve 2,000 subscribers, which I'm only 300 away, so it shouldn't be too hard. And I'm gonna try to upload more consistently, starting with this video right here. There's also another change that I do want to bring to your attention. So my wife actually gave me the idea to change the logo every new game that I have. Now obviously keep the same consistent, you know, the hat with Out of the Hat Gaming with the little wand on the bottom, but change it in a way where it has something to do with whatever game I'm playing next, you know. And that's also what I'm going to be doing this year as well, starting literally right after this video gets uploaded, because my next game that I'm going to be playing is Uncharted 3, which I'm actually currently getting content for that game. So but like I said, that's my New Year's resolution. My New Year's resolution is to get 2,000 subscribers and upload more consistently, but I really can't make any promises because, you know, I do have 4 kids, and so I'm gonna do what I can, you know. Before the year 2025, I've only got 6 games, and what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be drawing each game out of a hat. Yes, there's only 6 of them, but I emptied out my hat and I'm gonna draw them each individually out, and I did pre-record that, so you'll be seeing it on your screen as I draw each game out of a hat. Hogwarts Legacy. Alright, look, so my wife loves Harry Potter. She's basically tried to get me into Harry Potter, and I just wasn't really a fan. I know, there's a lot of people that's going to be unsubscribing probably, but I was just having a hard time getting into it. And I will say that Hogwarts Legacy, however, was pretty amazing. I loved the gameplay, I loved the story, I loved this game so much that I actually got the Platinum Trophy. It wasn't that hard to achieve. I spent countless hours in this game grinding for that platinum. The only biggest complaint that I actually have in this game is that in the Three Broomsticks Tavern, there is a transgender woman running the place. Look, I'm not throwing shade at anyone, and I know this is a fantasy game that's not rooted into reality at all. Okay, actually, I swear when I wrote that was not a jab at the community. But come on, I mean, if you've been watching my channel for long enough, you know how I feel about that community because I'm very open with everybody. But listen, I love everybody, and if that's your lifestyle, awesome. I just don't want to feel like it's been pushed on me with some sort of a narrative. Now, again, I know this game is a fantasy game, but if you really want to be historically accurate, leave the transgenders out of it. And, you know, I'm sorry, but transgenders were just not a thing in the late 1800s. And, okay, you know, maybe they were a thing, but they kept everything quiet because there was actually a law in that time that would literally put somebody into prison that claimed to be transgender. That wasn't exactly the word that they used, but if you claimed to be like, a man trapped in a woman's body or vice versa, whatever it is, then yeah, you can go to prison for it. So it might have been a thing, but they kept it real quiet. I mean, but the bottom line is there's no way a transgender person would be running a tavern. There's just no way. And I did do a little bit of research just to make sure that my facts were correct. Now that I'm off that trip, I just want to say that Hogwarts Legacy is a game that I absolutely loved and I 100% recommend to anybody. That was just one thing that I didn't really like so much. I mean, it might be a little bit of a nitpick, but it was just like, it kind of caught me off guard when it first happened, But everything else, I thought the game itself was a very fun experience. So the award that I'm giving this game is the best single player of the year. Now, I will admit, coming up, there are games that, again, this wasn't a very great year for me. So of year 2025, Hogwarts Legacy was the best game that I played. So best single player of the year goes to Hogwarts Legacy. Max Payne is a classic game, and it was, I guess, the second, quote, good game that I played in 2025. But I will say this, even with Hogwarts Legacy, like all the games in 2025 that I did play, they weren't revolutionary, they weren't really that interesting, but Max Payne happened to be one that is, yes, it's kind of considered a classic game because it came out in, what was it, like 2001, 2002, something like that. But it's one of those games that was different when it first came out. So I'm going to keep this short, simple, and sweet. Max Payne was gritty, dark, and very sad at times, but I loved every minute of it. It was a great game. This game, I'm going to give the award for the best noir narrative in gaming for 2025. I think that suits Max Payne the best. Die Hard the Trilogy for PlayStation 1, the OG PlayStation. This game wasn't too bad, and it was the first PlayStation 1 game that I featured on my channel ever. There were a couple issues in the game that I didn't like that much, but mostly just because the game was rather dated. I mean, it came out in like 96 or something like that. But being a pretty hardcore Die Hard fan, even today, I thought the game was pretty good. So again, I'm going to keep this extremely short. This game gets the award for the best game that shows its age, but still fun. Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. Okay, so this game could have been a lot better than what it was, like a lot better. I don't think I actually beat that game because there was just so much repetitiveness, and if you've seen a lot of my videos, I did like 2 years ago I did Marvel's Avengers, which a lot of people would say that's what Marvel's Avengers were like, but I liked Marvel's Avengers a lot more than Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Now I think you gotta watch my video on it to get my hot take, but I just think it's, when it comes to DC, so like games about DC, most of the time that I've noticed recently, I will say Superman is the bad guy, because he's like the ultimate bad guy. He can't be defeated, but in this game he's defeated pretty easily, rather. Now again, I didn't beat the game, and the story itself wasn't really that memorable, honestly. Spoiler warning, Harley Quinn kills Batman, and he's the same voice actor as the Arkham series, which a lot of people believe that makes him in the same universe, which doesn't make any sense to me. But that's basically everything Bruce Wayne and Batman had been through in the Arkham series was absolutely just taken for granted. It was nothing, basically. Harley Quinn just kills him like that, like Thanos' snap. Basically, the story is that every member of the Justice League is evil somehow, and the Suicide Squad has to stop them. I'm not going to get too much more into this game, just know that it definitely was not one of my favorites that I played for 2025. So this award for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, I'm going to give the biggest wasted potential award. Goes to this game. It definitely could have been a lot better. Dead to Rights. This game was awful. The word is the worst game I didn't finish. That is all.
You have to talk more about the game.
Alright. So my wife wants me to talk a little bit more about the game, so here it is. The combat was okay, but there was a section in the game that I did not beat, so I rage quit. There, you happy? Now everyone knows I'm a rage quitting loser. Moving on, the game still gets the award of the worst game I didn't finish. That's it. ManEater, the very last one on this list. It wasn't the last game that I played of the year, but it was the last one that I had drew out of the hat. So here we go. Let's make this one count, I guess. So ManEater was a pretty cool idea, but it's definitely a game where you just want to shut your brain off. There's nothing really to think about this game. I mean, you play as a shark, you eat people, simple as that. You eat things, other fish, whatever. The concept is very simple, but this game didn't keep me engaged enough for me to try to get the platinum, so I didn't even beat the game, to be honest. There was a lot of stuff in it, but it was also very repetitive, and I mean, what more can you do as a shark? You eat stuff to get bigger, then you eat bigger stuff to get bigger, then you eat bigger stuff to get even bigger. That's pretty much it. I mean, you can upgrade your shark in an unrealistic way, but other than that, the game isn't too special. So this game, I get the award for the best game to play when you're half asleep. And that's pretty much it. I mean, that's every game that I played in the year 2025. I think these videos over the years are going to get a little bit longer, considering I'm going to be playing more games most likely. But to be honest with you, this wasn't a very great year for gaming, as I explained earlier. And I don't know what it is. I just didn't play very many. I mean, there is a video that I posted about some of the struggles that I have been dealing with over the years, so if you want to check that out just to kind of understand what it was like for me this year, because again, I was very transparent with my audience that I currently have, and if you really want to know why I haven't been uploading very much, or I've just been scheduling stuff from like years ago, that's why. So check that video out. It'll be somewhere on your screen after this video, of course. But I do hope you enjoy this video. It's 2026 is here. It's not on the horizon, it's here. And now I guess on to my next game. I hope and pray that 2026 will be a lot better than 2025 was. And yeah, I guess that's it. The only thing I can say is that, again, I won't see you, but you will see me, or at least hear my voice in the next video. Bye.